Welcome back, Devils fans. It is your host, Ace, here on Running with the Devils, where we are talking New Jersey Devils hockey all year long. Please hit that subscribe button, smash the like, share with a friend. Thank you very much. And it feels like it's been forever since I've done one of these. 2 weeks plus. 4 nations break. Team USA loses a heartbreak. Your boy was in attendance. If you haven't seen the videos, check it out on the channel. I have a bunch of vlogs and different videos from the 4 nations weekend in Boston and the championship game. But the Devils and the NHL return to action coming out of the 4 nations break, and the New Jersey Devils drop a painful loss to the Dallas Stars at the Rock by a score of 4-2. And this one stung. And in true New Jersey Devils fashion, they had to tease us till the very end. We've seen it time and time again where the Devils claw back in a game late, give us some false hope, and they lose the game. And it is what it is. A painful loss. I'm still reeling from the USA loss, and now we have this New Jersey Devils return loss. But let's get to the game. We get to the game early on in the first period. Dallas takes a shot from the point. Allen makes a save, a nice juicy rebound in front, and Dodonov right out in front all alone, and he buries it into the empty net at 3:58, giving Dallas the 1-0 lead. And I was a little deflated. 3:58 into the game. We're now trailing once again. We all know the New Jersey Devils often this season kind of sleepwalk through first periods, give up the first goal, have to play from behind, have to chase. Last night was no different. Dallas up 1-0 early, and then Brendan Dillon gets a BS penalty call. I think it was Dougie Hamilton that one of the Stars kind of hit late, and Brendan Dillon came over, gave him a little whack. He gets a penalty, complete BS. Dano was going crazy on the MSG broadcast. I was going crazy on my couch. I thought it was a completely ridiculous penalty to call. This is the NHL. This is hockey. This is a physical game, and sometimes you're going to have to give a guy a little shot. Brendan Dillon gets called. Stars on the power play. They win the faceoff back to Harley. He kind of cuts to the middle of the ice and creeps up towards the net and just rips a wrister through tons of traffic and into the back of the net. At 5:44, Harley on the power play gives the Stars the 2-0 lead. And at that point, I was like, oh, my God. We're not even 6 minutes into the game. We're down 2-0. Huge blow. I was very down after that. For all of you that were in the chat early for the Post-Postgame Live, lots of negativity. As expected, I've grown accustomed to it. And, wow, Devils down 2-0, 6 minutes into the game. That is how the first would end, and at that point, I was very deflated. I'm not going to lie. Down 2-0. We had some decent chances. Once again, we make a backup goaltender. Casey DeSmith looked like the second coming of a prime Martin Brodeur. Another kind of troublesome reoccurring theme that we've seen from this New Jersey Devils club all season long is making average goalies look spectacular, and last night was no different. Devils head into the second, down 2-0. Some more decent chances in the second. Can't bury one. Scoreless second period. Scoreless second period, and we head to the third, down 2, looking for a miraculous comeback. And I was hopeful, but I'm not going to lie. I thought the game was over, honestly, after the first period. It just seemed like one of those nights. A combination of the Devils struggling to finish, a goaltender looking amazing against us. We head to the third, down 2-0. Devils on the power play. Jack makes a great play to knock down the puck with his glove and keep it in the zone. Devils make a couple passes. Jack winds up and Dougie feeds him, and he blasts a one-timer into the net. Jack's 25th at 10 minutes. Cuts the lead to 2-1, assisted by Dougie Hamilton and Jesper Bratt. And what a cannon blast by Jack Hughes. We don't see the one-timer from him too often, but I will tell you, for those of you that aren't aware, at the end of every warm-ups, Jack Hughes and Dawson Mercer, when most guys are off the ice, it's usually Jack, Dawson, and maybe one or two others, maybe Timo and maybe Luke Hughes, are the last 4 on the ice in warm-ups before every game. Jack and Dawson pass each other pucks and practice one-timers. And it doesn't seem like he finds the time and space to get them off too often in-game, but when he does, what a missile. I mean, and that one was beautiful. He wound it up. Dougie got it to him, and he just blasted it. Jack cuts it to 2-1, and at this point, I am now like, oh, my God, here we go again. Here we go again. Another late-game comeback attempt. Are they going to be able to pull it off, or are they just teasing us once again? And I think you know the answer. Just 35 seconds later, Dallas dumps it in. Pesci tries to make a pass to Luke Hughes. It kind of goes through him. Jamie Benn grabs it on the wall, and he feeds Duchesne in the slot, and Duchesne just rips a nice wrister past Jake Allen at 10:35, giving the Stars a 2-goal lead again at 3-1. Duchesne's 23rd of the season, and, man, what a heartbreak. Jack scores that beautiful goal to cut the lead to 2-1, and then 35 seconds later, Dallas scores again. We're back down 2, and at that point I was furious. I was like, all right, the game's over. At that point, I had given up. I thought it was a wrap. I was like, it's done. We're done. It was a nice 35 seconds of hope. We're done. But no, the New Jersey Devils would not only tease us once on the evening. They had to tease us twice. A minute and 5 seconds later, Devils putting on pressure in the O-zone. Bratter's down low. He gets a nice pass to Jack in the circle, and Jack hammers another beautiful one-timer into the back of the net at 11:40. Jack's 26th from Jesper Bratt and Dougie Hamilton cuts the lead to 3-2, and now I'm like, oh, my God. Why do they have to do this to us? Devils down 3-2 with 8 minutes and 20 seconds left, and I'm like, there's plenty of time. We got to finish this comeback. This can't be for nothing. Devils generate some decent chances down the stretch. Casey to Smith just finding every puck seemingly. It just seemed like the puck was a magnet to him. He was just seeing everything, getting everything. Devils pull the goalie for the extra attacker. They're buzzing a little bit, a couple decent chances, and we draw a penalty. Oh, my God. With 44 seconds left in the game, Lyubushkin high sticks Nico Hischier, and I'm like, oh, here we go. Here we go. The ultimate tease to cap off the game. 44 seconds left, and it will be a 6-on-4 for the New Jersey Devils. In an attempt to push this thing to overtime, did not happen. Timo Meier hung on to the puck for a split second too long. Wyatt Johnston goes the other way, and it is a very easy empty netter for him at 19:51. 4-2 Dallas. That is how the game would end. And what a tease. A completely painful tease. Devils, oh so close. I feel like if there was another minute and a half in the game, may have been able to pull it off, but we ran out of time. Too little, too late. Another reoccurring theme. I'll get to that in a minute. Let's go to the game stats. Dallas with 26 shots on goal. The Devils with 33 shots on goal. Dallas 46.8% in the faceoff circle. Devils with 53.2%. Love to see Nico back. He is huge for the team overall, and especially in the faceoff department. Devils get the better of the faceoffs there. Dallas 1 for 3 on the power play. The Devils 1 for 4 on the power play. Dallas Stars 13 hits. Your New Jersey Devils with 30 hits. Love to see it. I would love to see even more hits, but 30 hits, pretty impressive. Dallas Stars 21 block shots. Devils 13 block shots. Dallas with 16 giveaways. The Devils with 11 giveaways. Dallas with 2 takeaways, and the Devils with 3 takeaways. Another game where some of the problem areas come back to bite us. Again, slow starts, many first periods for the Devils. They seem to be sleepwalking through it. This one, no different, and we're down 2-0 early on in the game as a result. I don't know what it's going to take for the guys to come out flying, but hopefully Sheldon Keefe figures out a way to motivate them and get them coming out of the gates flying. Way too many games this year, first periods are duds. We surrender the first goal, if not more. Tonight we were down 2-0. And then as the game gets later on, especially in the third period, it seems like we find another gear when we're attempting to claw back. I have no explanation for it. I have no idea. It's just one of those weird things that this team, maybe they play a little looser. Maybe they don't feel as much pressure. I don't know. But for whatever reason, sleepwalking through the first period, we get down, and then we kind of open up in the third and generate better chances. It has to stop. We have to play with a lead. We cannot be constantly chasing, and especially against a great team like Dallas. They're amongst one of the Cup favorites at the moment. They're having a great season, being picked by a lot of the pundits to go on a run, if not win the Cup by some people. And when you're down 2-0 against a team like that, they're not going to be pressing for offense anymore. They're going to just sit back, play conservative, and make you really, really work to generate chances. That's what they did tonight. DeSmith was there to answer the call when he was called upon. We did get some great chances throughout the game, and he saw most of them. He was just on the money tonight. And again, another goalie we make look great. Another problem that we hopefully can get over sooner than later. There's now only 24 games left. 24 games left, and we are in an absolute dogfight. Absolute dogfight, desperately trying to hang on to our playoff spot. Not to mention, it was another squandered opportunity. Carolina lost last night as well. It would have been phenomenal. We would have been tied in points. They have a game in hand, but it seems like every time Carolina loses, we also lose. I know a lot of people are super skeptical about the playoffs. I do believe this team will make the playoffs, but it is nowhere near a certainty, and I'm hoping they find a way to get their stuff together down the stretch here and secure that playoff berth. I think they will, and but it's not a guarantee. Tons of teams clawing for wild cards. Columbus is coming on hot right on our trail to try to take that third spot in the Metro from us. If we could put together just one single little 4 or 5 game winning streak, it's possible we can take the number 2 spot from the Canes. They seem to be struggling as of late as well, and it's right there for the taking, but we have to capitalize. A very big opportunity was squandered last night. We could have been tied with the Canes in points. And now the Devils turn around and will be in action tonight against the Nashville Predators. They're coming off a big win over the Avalanche. As you all know, the Devils have struggled mightily the past couple seasons in the second game of back-to-back. Again, that's another little dark cloud looming over the team. Some bad behaviors or whatever you want to call it from last season. Hopefully we find a way to win this one. It is a huge game. We need points. Preds played last night. Saros was a net, so we're going to see their backup. But again, we've struggled against backups all season long too. So there's really no, path of least resistance. There's no easy wins for this team. They have to earn everything, and I am hoping we see a big Devils win in Nashville tonight. Now, with that being said, some of the things a couple bones I have to pick. I've expressed my worry and whatever you want to call it with the Luke Hughes, Shimon Nemec defensive pairing. Now, I think Luke has improved a ton defensively this season. I think a lot of that had to do with him playing with Brett Pesce for a while. But overall, I personally do not like pairing 2 younger defensemen together. And when they announced a couple weeks back that Nemec and Luke Hughes were going to be a pair, I had my concerns. And in Nemec's first game, as a pair, they did not look so great. They looked better in the Montreal game. But in the end, I think pairing 2 young defensemen together is a recipe for disaster. And last night, the Hughes-Nemec pairing did not look good at all. And Sheldon Keefe fully acknowledged this in the post-game press conference. And so now, going into Nashville, back-to-back, I personally would like to see Seamus Casey get a shot in the lineup. He is with the team. He showed some really good promise early on in the season when he was with the Devils before everyone got healthy and he was ultimately sent to Utica of the AHL. But I think it's time to see what Seamus Casey has. Nemec, I think he's going to be a great defenseman. But as it stands right now, I don't know that he gives us the best chance to win. And with Siegenthaler out, let's give Seamus Casey a shot. I'm thinking there is a good chance we see him in Nashville. If we do not see him, we better not see Nemec and Hughes as a pair again. I really do not want to see that pair again. And after the way it all played out, I don't think Keefe will use that as a pair. But I would love to see Seamus Casey get a shot. It's time to let him spread his wings and fly. Let's see what he could do back on the NHL stage after being gone for about 4 months. Let's see what Seamus Casey can do. Love his puck-moving ability. Love his vision. I love his everything about it. Love his shot. He has that beautiful toe drag. And we saw what he can do when he was up with the team earlier in the year. Let's give him another shot and see what he could do. I think he's earned it. And Nemec is not playing lights out, so there's no reason to keep him securely in the lineup. Let's give Casey a shot, see what he could do. But let me know what you thought about the game in the comments. Painful loss, another tease. Got a rebound against the Predators. And every day is a winding road, guys. We have 24 games left, and I'm thinking we need at least 15 wins out of these 24. That would give us 98 points. That should get us in the playoffs for sure. I would love to catch Carolina and take that number 2 spot. But at this juncture, I will be ecstatic just getting to the playoffs. Just get into the damn playoffs. We cannot have back-to-back years of missing. It would be completely unacceptable, especially given how they started off the season. Missing the playoffs this year it'd be the darkest year in franchise history, in my opinion. It would have to be. The biggest calamity failure of a season. Cannot happen, should not happen. In Nashville, hopefully they get it together, and let's see. But let me know what you thought in the comments. Anything, everything Devils hockey, throw it out there in the comments. I enjoy talking to all of you. Shout out to all of you that came to the Post-Postgame Live. If you're not familiar with that, I do a post-game show after the MSG post-game show goes off the air, hence the name Post-Postgame Live. I'll put the link in the description to check that out if you have any interest. We either celebrate or commiserate together after wins and losses. every game. And like I mentioned earlier, Four Nations face-off. What an amazing tournament. Team USA was oh so close. Connor McDavid, what a great player he is. Team Canada is stacked. I'm looking forward to the Olympics next season. That is going to be a phenomenal tournament. USA has to make a couple little tweaks, and I think they're right there. But a lot of Four Nations coverage. Head over to the channel. Check that out. Some really cool stuff coming out of the Four Nations tournament. And I'll be back soon, guys. Lots of stuff in the works, as always. Interviews and special features, all kinds of stuff. We're always working in the Running with the Devils special projects department. But I'll be back soon. I will talk to all of you soon. I'm heartbroken right now, and I'm hoping the New Jersey Devils can mend this broken heart tonight in Nashville. And that's it. That is it. Like, comment, subscribe, and all that jazz. Until next time, friends, let's go. Devils.